The world is changing so fast. I don't know about you, but I have whiplash. Well, let's see what the Citadel Oracle has to say about things. Welcome back to Sweet Infinity. My name is Kieran, and today I'll be reading from the Citadel Fantasy Oracle deck by Fez Inkwright. I absolutely adore this deck. If you've been on this channel before, you've seen me read it. This deck is very unique. Not only is the artwork incredible, the shape of it is incredible. Very unique. So it comes in this packaging with a booklet that explains the cards because they're oracle cards, which means they're very unique and have archetypes that the artist came up with. The artwork is black and white with elements of copper and some red accents. I don't know if you can see the shine on the video here, but there's foil on here. And of course this shape, octagon, long octagon shape, they're just so lovely. I love it. Very fun to handle. So I'll be reading from this deck. If you would like to purchase this deck, I will leave you links where you can purchase this online for yourself. I shall also be reading from the booklet, so I'll keep it nearby. As I shuffle, please remember to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done so. And even if you have, why don't you go ahead and send this video to someone who likes cool looking artwork, anyone you know who might be interested in decks like these. The readings I do tend to be a combination of psychological and intuitive and mystical readings about what may be coming up for you, for me, for all of us. So I would love it if you would share this channel with someone you know, someone who you think might appreciate this kind of stuff. Okay, let's spread this deck and see what comes up. I have a feeling you've been going through a lot of changes in your life, and you've also been witnessing a lot of change in the world. Have you not? The tailor, attention to detail, and pride. So you've been paying attention to all the changes that are going on, and there's subtle shifts, and they have now become bigger shifts, and you're noticing all of that. I'm going to read from the guidebook, just to get a further detailed explanation of each card. The tailor. The store is dark, the walls lined with endless boxes that house a wealth of beautiful dresses and suits. At the back of the store, lit by a single lantern, a half-finished robe is stretched across a frame. Hunched before the magnificent garment, the tailor labors at this work of love, nimble fingers embroidering a spellbinding design into the silk. It is this passion and dedication that has made them so successful. But from the tremble in their fingers, it seems as though it won't be long before overexertion catches up with them. Your dedication to your passions has served you well, and you're finally starting to reap the benefits of your hard work. Allow yourself to stop and take pride in what you've done rather than throwing yourself headfirst at the next thing. It's important to acknowledge your achievements in order to understand the depths of your own abilities. The changes you're seeing coming up can be very exhausting. You've been through a lot, and you're not sure if you can handle more change. The wise one. It feels just like a huge burden. Tradition, order, you kind of long for something that is known and familiar, that can give you the structure that you want so you don't have to deal with more change. It's all very normal to feel this way. So let's read about the wise one. A fire burns in the hearth, a russet for slumbering before its warmth. Peace hangs over the room like a blanket, and by the window the wise one consults a book and crushes a handful of leaves into a bowl. Though others may be wilder and more experimental, the wise one acts in the knowledge learned from their predecessors. They know the way things have always been done. Organization and rhythm rule the day. It's time to suppress that creative streak and accept pre-established convention. Take the time to study those who have gone before you. There is plenty to be learned from previous attempts. The greatest knowledge is derived from the experiences of those who have done this before. So one way to deal with change is to slow down and consult the ones who have gone before us, the wise ones, whether they're people who you have known personally or through books and research that you could find, or reference books or notes from your grandparents, your ancestors. There is ancestral knowledge that is calling you. There is a way to live in the earth, with the earth, in this world, with other people. We often discount the things that happened in the past, but the truth is that humans have not always lived in citadels. For most of our history, humans lived in congruence with nature. All humans, everywhere. It was only about 10,000 years ago that humans became agricultural and settled down and developed private property. For about almost 300,000 years, humans lived with nature, with tradition, with storytelling, as gatherer-hunters, as small groups and tribes and clans, and as larger groups of tribes and clans, but they weren't living the way that we live now. And our bodies are really designed to live a slower, more natural life. And we are, a lot of us, out of touch with that. Are you out of touch with that? Are you trying to get back in touch with it? The air, unseen potential, and hesitation. A crown sits on a pedestal full of waiting potential. Years of preparing for a role have led to this moment. The crown is power, it is fulfillment, but it is also a responsibility that will affect every part of the heir's future. The heir has known that this day will come, and yet it feels like a lifetime of learning could never have prepared them for stepping into this role. The weight of expectation is a heavy mantle, but there is no turning back from it now. The end of every journey signals the beginning of a new one, and it's natural to still feel uncertain about this new path in front of you. You may be hesitating, but trust that you've already laid the groundwork to make this opportunity the most beneficial that it can be. The rewards that will come are worth this moment of uncertainty. So we asked, are you out of touch with tradition, with nature, with the community that you have around you, with traditional ways of being? And it seems like you are. And maybe some things are calling you. There's also nature here, if you notice these leaves. And being the heir, you have a certain sense of responsibility to your ancestors, to your descendants, to others from where you came. You have potential of being a kind of a leader, a kind of an inspirer, somebody who people look up to. That's a heavy responsibility to take on. It's understandable to be feeling like you don't want that responsibility, that you just want to be one of regular people and not have the responsibility of leading others. Let's go back to the cards and let them take us where they will go. The aspirant, ambition, diligence, or setbacks. The aspirant. The great hall is silent, the dimness of dusk settling in the corners. A beam of light pierces a single window, illuminating a figure knelt in meditation. The aspirant, child of fate, vessel of expectations, carries a great weight on their shoulders. With everyone's eyes on them, failure is no option. Above all, the aspirant craves greatness, but they're so focused on the finish line, they may not see the roadblocks waiting to trip them up. Don't let yourself fall into the same trap. Take a moment to reassess where you are right now so that you don't stumble when something goes wrong. Half the battle is won when you accept that you will face problems along the way, but whatever hurdles you encounter, know that they can be overcome. The heir and the aspirant have something in common. They both have this untested potential energy. They haven't quite yet stepped into their game yet. And what I'm seeing is that while you feel the pull of the old and the traditional and order and detail and structure, you also feel that you are being asked to carry this responsibility into the future. You're not sure that you're ready for it. You have aspirations, but something is holding you back. Something is stopping you from reaching that full potential. Is it just fear and self-doubt? Is it something else? The assassin. Ruthlessness, conviction. The assassin. The streets are deathly silent, and even the moon has hidden itself from view. The shadows are dark, deep, and hungry, and from behind you the whisper of steel, the press of a blade to your neck. The assassin has accepted that there are some things that simply must be done, no matter their personal feelings. In order to do what is required of them, they have had to harden their heart, but they now understand that this hardness does not affect their worth as a person. It's time for you to learn the same lesson. You are facing a difficult decision, and it feels like there's no right answer, but your instinct is telling you that you must do, even if you don't want to do it. So instead of dragging your feet, get it over with quickly. There's relief to be found on the other side of the fallout. Now, I don't think this card is actually encouraging anybody to become an assassin, but the idea that sometimes you have to do some things in a way that might look ruthless, but they need to be done. So this could be the ending, a breakup, some kind of ending of a friendship, ending of a relationship that's been holding you back, ending of a lifestyle that's been holding you back, ending of something which may require you to be drawing your boundaries and doing the things that you need to do to get what you need to get and do what you need to do and finish what you need to finish. This is not about necessarily hurting anyone. It's about assassinating the things in your life that are no longer working. It could be procrastination, perfectionism, self-doubt, imposter syndrome, self-criticism, people-pleasing, all kinds of things that you need to let go of in order to be able to move forward and live up to that potential that you've been hiding, that you've been holding back on. You're not fully committed to it. Be careful of the enchanter, the trickery. There are others who might take advantage of the fact that you haven't yet learned how to draw those boundaries. And somebody's taking advantage of that from you right now. That's what I'm seeing here. See, this is a skull, and this is the hand of a skull. So whoever you need to cut out of your life, there's someone you need to cut out of your life who is currently stopping you from fulfilling that potential. It could be an internal figure. It could be the ghost of a parent who was highly critical of you or didn't believe in you. Or it could be a memory of being bullied that you're still carrying around. Something where you have been enchanted. Enchantment is about a kind of brainwashing, right? It's a kind of believing in something way more than it needs to be believed in. A set of beliefs, a memory, something somebody said once, something you overheard. You need to let that go. And you need to embrace something else. The captain. You have to be the captain, taking command and teamwork. So instead of just being led around like an heir is somebody who's not really in control, right? It's not their thing that they're inheriting. But the captain is the captain of their own domain. The captain gets things done. The captain is responsible for their choices. And the captain gets the benefit of the rewards and the responsibility of everything that happens. So with freedom comes responsibility. With leadership comes even more responsibility. But this is what you're being called to do. You are being called to take command. Let's just read about it. A friendly call, a grin, a warm handshake. The captain passes in the street with their men, the playful jostling of armored guardsmen reminiscent of a tussling pack of littermates. In the center of it all, the captain commands their followers with ease, confident in their position, well aware of the loyalty and love they inspire. They have earned this position through hard work and camaraderie. It may feel safer to attempt a task alone, but some things are easier with a little teamwork. Don't ignore the talents of those around you. You need the experience and diversity of others to accomplish your goal. Be the driving force that's needed to get things done, but make sure to acknowledge the value that each person brings to the table. So a leader, a captain, is someone who knows how to delegate, who knows what people need, when people need to be pushed a little harder, when people need to be given a pat on the back, when people need to be given a break, and when people need to be let go of because they're no longer doing what they were designed to do. Maybe they're better off doing something else. A captain is a people person. They're the ultimate understander of human psychology. So you have it in you because you have kind of watched from the sidelines a lot. If you were to just let go of some of these things that are holding you back, that have enchanted you, maybe just the belief that you're never going to amount to something, or that you're only inheriting something, that you don't have your own agency, your own ability. You have the potential to be the captain of your own soul, of your own fate. And you will lift others as you yourself are lifted. That is the joy of being a captain and a leader, which is what you are meant to be in your own spheres of life. So I hope this has been helpful for you. If you would like to purchase this deck, check out the links in the description below. It's a gorgeous deck. I highly recommend it. If you're interested in speaking one-on-one, you can check out my Patreon. That's also in the description. And I'd love to hear from you. Leave me a comment, say hello. As always, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and have a sweet infinity.